Alright guys, today is another basically reality behind the scenes of growing my business to 6 figures per month consistently. And what I want to talk to you guys about is just the reality of building the business, the reality of how hard this is, of what it's going to take, so that way you can implement and do what you need to do for you to achieve the same as well. And I want to dive into the actual difficulties, all the different things that you're going to be juggling, and I'll be able to get in the current niche or go deep into the current niche that I'm in. So I'm focused right now on scaling e-com. You guys mostly know me for trading, which that's what I've been doing since I was 14, so around 6 years now. But what I'm trying to do now is master e-com, because I only really trade for the first 30 minutes to 1 hour of the day, and after that the rest of the day is free. Now obviously there's other types of things that I'm doing, but what this is going to take is realizing how to master self. That's what all of this boils down to. I talked to you guys about the challenge that I've showed you guys on Instagram. You see people reposting that they're doing the challenge on a day-to-day basis. What this challenge is basically the absolute best possible thing that you can do to change your life around, turn your life around for the better, make yourself more competent, make yourself more confident, make yourself more successful, financially capable, so on and so forth. This is what it takes, guys. It's not easy. 4 a.m. wake-ups, 2 workouts per day, indoor and outdoor. We have to make sure we get in at least 6 hours of deep work per day. And all of these things are the bare minimum. We need to be doing things on a day-to-day basis that actually move the needle. For example, what do I have to do today that I still need to get done? I have to go on my emails. I have to speak with one of the sales reps at a distribution company, get a deal closed with them, and that way I can make profit from that deal. On one of my credit cards, the balance is $17,000. I posted that on my Twitter account, on my Instagram story, and that's just on inventory. Those numbers are not big at all. Some of you guys might think that those numbers are big, but that's only one credit card. That's only one credit card. You guys have to realize money needs to be invested in order to make this work. Don't over leverage. I'm just telling you guys what I'm doing. So based on the situation I'm in, I'm able to take risks like that because of previous hard work, previous experience, so on and so forth. But you're not gonna make money in the e-com business without spending and investing money. I show you guys my sales and I show you guys what I'm doing. I document every day, and what you guys have to realize is right now I'm spending more money on inventory than my revenue. That shows you guys that I'm willing to take the risk and that I'm dedicated to doing this. Still taking on risk without even getting all of the money returned to me yet. So that's what you have to be willing to do. Now, you have to make sure you're smart and know what you're doing, and that's the most important thing. Information is the key. If I didn't have information, I wouldn't tell myself, oh, okay, let me go take this risk, let me spend all this money, and let me just see what happens. That's not how it works. You guys need the information so that way you can make confident, calculated decisions. It's the same thing with trading. It's the same thing with e-com. That's what it is. You have to have enough information to be able to take on the risk, to be able to tell yourself, I'm confident. And when you're confident, that's when you act. You can't have the fear of telling yourself, I'll wait, I'll do it later. That's how you fuck yourself up, and that's how you miss out on opportunity. One thing that I learned is that you always have to be ready to deploy capital whenever there is a good opportunity, a proper opportunity. You want to be able to jump on it instantly. You don't want to wait. You don't want to be that person or businessman who sits there and thinks, maybe I'll do it another day. Right now, I don't feel comfortable. I could invest in this instead and it's safer for me, blah, blah, blah. Or I could just keep my money and not do anything to grow and scale the business. You guys have to realize the most successful people put it all on the table. When I make the most amount of money, I'm putting it all in. My bank account goes low. I invest it all back in. That's what you have to do in order to achieve. You have to throw away all the fun dopamine things that are gonna make you feel good temporarily in the moment Everything is on the scoreboard. That's why we want these things anyways. For people who actually are trying to become successful and not trying to just please girls and all this kind of stupid BS, we care about the scoreboard. That's why, to a certain extent, people want the watches, people want the cars, I want the cars, the houses, so on and so forth, because it's just a representation of the scoreboard, where you are. So if you focus on climbing the ladder of the scoreboard instead of just trying to validate your spot on the scoreboard, which you don't actually own, which a lot of people fall into this trap, then you'll actually become successful. You'll actually get results. But too many people are trying to validate themselves on the scoreboard by getting all these material things. That doesn't validate your spot on the list. That doesn't show that you've achieved anything of success. Buying things, buying material items doesn't prove anything except that you have the spending capability, or you're able to over leverage yourself to try to prove a point to people who don't even honestly care about you at all. Now, you can see this clearly in someone when they're over leveraging and just simply, oh, let me buy this car, oh, let me do this, let me do that, let me get the watch, this and that. When you see that their business isn't scaling, they stop talking about business, and all they start to talk about is, oh, okay, look at this new car, look at this new trip, look at this new watch, blah, blah, blah. But where did the stories about the business go? Where did the information about the business go? Where did the dopamine coming from achieved results instead of bought experiences or bought things? Why is that now all it is? Dopamine that comes from achieving results is the highest level of satisfaction, the pursuit of success, the pursuit of gaining attributes that are going to be kept within you forever. Because once you do it once, you know you can do it again. Once you do something once, just like when you go to the gym, muscle memory, if you lose like a lot of your gains in the gym, let's just say you started eating unhealthy, so on and so forth, when you go back into the gym, you have the muscle memory and you kind of get it faster than when you got it the first time, because you know what you need to do, and also you have that reinforced self-belief, which is key, that you know that you can do it again. Same thing with business. If you've achieved something, for example, long ago, I made 30K, 40K actually, around that, in 1 month when I was like 17 from NFTs. What does that show me? I know what I can achieve from that. So why is it that now I'm able to do more than that? Because months after that, it's not like I was making that every single month instantly, just on ease with no hardship, no difficulty, but I always had it in the back of my mind knowing, okay, I can replicate this because I've seen it happen before. That's what you need to know. That's what you have to have in your mind. But you can't validate yourself through all of these external things that aren't going to get you anywhere in the long run. You need to focus on actually obtaining, doing the boring work, reading the books. That's how you get ahead of the competition that's much further than you, because you're obtaining information while their ego is in the way, believing that they're already on a pedestal to where they don't need to learn anything else. I fell into this trap as well. Once you start making money, you can't simply believe that that's it, said all, be all, that's it, you know everything. You can't obtain or absorb more information. That's not true. The information learner, the student of the game, will always go much further than the person who is not a master but believes that they're a master in their mind, simply based off of achievements that aren't anything large but simply small relative to the actual competition, the actual scoreboard of successful individuals. That's what you guys need to realize. That's the reality of it. Your mere small achievements aren't really anything compared to the big fishes, big players in the game. Stop thinking you know everything. Just think you know nothing, so that way you can learn everything. Guys, this is what it takes if you want to get to the next level. This is what it takes if you want to be able to actually be this person, be this said entrepreneur guy who achieves great things, who is a 0.01% individual. You have to be willing to suffer for a long time. Act like you're, that person that doesn't know anything. Just be in silence. Do the work in silence. Do the workouts in silence. Keep pushing. Climb the leaderboard without having to validate it to other people who don't even care about you at all. If you're able to climb the leaderboard without feeling the need within yourself to validate it to other people, so that way they tell you, oh wow, I think Dayton's doing really good, he has this new car, he just got a Rolex and AP. I don't give a shit. Because these people aren't even on the scoreboard. So the people on the scoreboard look at you and they're like, oh yeah, he's not gonna make it, because all he's doing is spending his time validating, while people on the scoreboard are actually pushing their business, actually focused on reinvesting, actually focused on obtaining knowledge. You're just validating people who aren't even on the scoreboard. There's levels to the game, and that's what we need to realize. Money is infinite, but your knowledge and information is infinite as well, and that's what you have to realize. It's not all about money, but everything outside of money can bring you money. That's what you need to realize, and vice versa. I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye.